Hello my PC students. Now in this video we're going to look again at freezing the column so that you can get more practice. So we're going to open up the file. So click on File, Open, go to Browse, and we want to go to your Classes Drive, PC folder, Teaching Documents, and we want XX Golf Criteria. Okay, XX Golf Criteria. Alright, so first of all, let's go File, Save As, and we're going to go Browse, go to your folder, go to Print Com, and go to Excel. Alright, click in the file name box, press Home, key in your first name and the current date for you. Mine's October 3rd, but that may not be yours. Okay, so now this is with a golf course. Now what they're talking about here is that you have climate. If it's a warm climate, obviously golfers like that. They don't like golfing in the cold and the rain and the snow. And the competition, are there people to play against? Market size, how many people will come to the golf course? Topography, are there too many trees? Not enough trees? Are the fairways nice? Are they not? Are they too narrow? And transportation means, can you get out there, or how will they get out there? So here investors have looked at here and they said that climate's worth 10 points. That's the biggest factor in golf. Now there's 4 places. Cowie gets 5 points, Edmonton gets 1 point, because you know as it gets cool with Edmonton, and like it does in Calgary and like it does in Winnipeg. So we don't have a long season. Chiba gets 4 points and Scottsdale gets 3. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to see how many points that each course gets. Well, for climate then, we said that climate's worth 10 points. Alright, and times, and Cowie got 5 of those points. So their weather was worth 5 points. Alright, so that looks good. Alright, and then now, if I drag this down, take a look. You see 10 times 5, which is right. You see 7 times 3, 9 times 3, and 8 times 4, and 6 times 2. Alright, so now I'm going to leave the highlight on and drag it to the right. Okay, what do we see? Now we see, and I'll go back to show you the values, we see for Edmonton it gets 5 points. Well, 10 times 1 is 10. Why? Okay, so I'll show you. You said take C3 Cowie 5 times 1. Well, that's not right. What did we forget to do? Or if you go here, it says Edmonton times Chiba. If you go here, what does it say? Chiba times Scottsdale. But what's it supposed to say? We got to go F2 to edit. It has to say that I have to take 10 times 5, 10 times 5, 10 times 1, 10 times 4, 10 times 3. So they're all the same. So we want to freeze the column. Alright, freeze the column. That means put the $ in front of the 3. Alright, and now we want to drag that down. Okay, so now watch. Okay, so now the column's frozen. I have to stay in this B column all the time. Now I'm going to drag to the right. Okay, let's take a look. Now do you see 10 times 5 is 50, 10 times 1 is 10, 10 times 4 is 40, 10 times 3 is 30. Here, 7 times 3, 7 times 5, 7 times 4, 7 times 2. Alright, let's take a look at it so you can see it. So there's your 10 times 5, 10 times 1, 10 times 4, 10 times 3. Then here you see 7 times 3, 7 times 5, 7 times 4, 7 times 2. Here you see 9 times 3, 9 times 4, and so on. So now you've got the formula right. Okay, so that's good. Alright, so now the totals. What did the total points get? Alright, you're going to click for Cowie, hold down your Shift key, and click here. And we're going to go Alt equals. So there you have, Cowie got 142, Edmonton 131, Chiba 145, and Scottsdale 142. So Chiba 1 out. Alright, that's good. Go Control S to save. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're supposed to double click and call this sheet Original Values. Okay, and that's good. And this one is going to be Revised Values. Okay, so what it says is that they want us to copy. So we're going to go here. We're going to click in cell A1. Go Control Shift End, END, so you select everything. Go Control C, because you're copying. And we want to go here to Revised Values, and we want to go Control V. Alright, so now we have, I'm going to widen the columns here. This time we have a different number of investors, and they have a different idea for values. Okay, so they still say climate's worth 10, but they say that competition is worth 8, and market size still worth 9, but topography is worth 6, and they say transportation's worth 4. All right, as we put those new values in, did you see our values change? Go Control S to save. Alright, so now it tells us to calculate which site had the maximum score. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to put in here maximum, and then we're going to put in site because we have to name the site, and we've also been asked to put in the minimum value and then to put in the site. Alright, so first of all, maximum. Oh, whoa, I saw a mistake there. Max. Okay, so now we want to have equals max, M-A-X, open your parentheses, and you want to say who had the maximum for climate. And the maximum for climate was Cowie. Alright, so go Control C, go and name your site, Control V. Okay, now we're going to drag down, find all the maximums. So who had 40? Edmonton. So you're going to copy, Control C, paste Edmonton. And then who had 45? Chiba. So you're going to copy Chiba, and you're going to put in Chiba. And I'm going to widen the column so that you can see it. And now topography, take a look. You've got 3. Cowie, Edmonton, and Scottsdale. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to take Cowie first, okay, and paste it. And now here we're going to double click, and I'm going to go Alt Enter and put in Edmonton. And then I'm going, oh, whoa, whoa, my caps lock isn't on to be consistent. Alright, and Alt Enter, and then I want to have Scottsdale. Alright, and now I'm going to press Enter. Okay, so I need to widen this column a bit, but you see your 3 values. Okay, so this row is larger, but there's nothing we can do about that. And for transportation, there is 20, Scottsdale 1 out there. So now we paste that. Now, who won overall was Chiba, so we want to copy Chiba and paste it there. Alright, save your work. So now the minimum would be equals min, open your parentheses, and the minimum value, so the last one out, would be 10, and that is Edmonton, okay, because they have such a short golfing season. And again, I'll widen this column. I'll widen it a little bit more. Okay, so now competition 40, so therefore I want to go and Edmonton, 1 out, no, minimum, whoa, didn't drag them down, hold on. Minimum 16, Scottsdale. So I want to copy that, go Control V. 27 is Cowie, so copy that and put in your site. And now, lowest score was 6. That was Chiba. Okay, so go Control C, go Control V. And 8 was the lowest score, so that was Cowie, so Control C and go Control V. And the lowest score overall, 122, Edmonton. And paste that. Alright, let's go Control S to save. And now these are all centered. They don't have to be all centered. You could left align them. Go Control L is your fastest way to do that. Whoa, that wouldn't work. Okay, so I've got to go here and choose left alignment. And I think I'll do the same thing here. I will choose left alignment. Okay, so now you have found the maximum values, and Chiba came out on top overall. Cowie was ahead in climate, and Cowie also came in for topography. Now Scottsdale has a couple too. So anyways, the investors would have to look at that and decide which one they would want to invest in. So that was your revised values. Your original values were here. All right, that finishes that question. I think we've got time to do your headers and footers. So original values, hold down my shift key and note I have them grouped, right? So I want to go to File, Print, and I want to make sure I've got the right printer. And I want to go to Page Setup, and remember, you go to Landscape, Sheet, Grid Lines, Row Column Headings, Header Footer, Custom Header. You type your first and last name. Oh, my caps lock are on. My caps lock is on. Go Shift Home and put in your capital A, and again choose about size 20, choose a color, and you know I kind of like red, bold and italics, and then go down and find a font that you like and say OK. And now you want to go to Date and Time, and here we want the sheet name, and then we want to say Page spacebar OF spacebar Pages. All right, say OK. And your custom footer, you want your path and file name, and here we want a picture. So we're going to go to Picture and Bing, and we're going to search for golf. Okay, well, we got lots to choose from here. I like this one right here. We're going to go to Insert, and we want to size it down to about 20%. Okay, I know I told you 40, but we're trying to save on toner and that, so do this for me. Try to put it down to about 20%. And then Tab 2020. Now say OK, and say OK, and say OK. Alright, so there you have your name, date and time, and we have original values 1 of 3. Whoa, something's wrong there. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, we got a picture. We get 2 pages. So let's go to Page Setup here, and we've got to go back to Header Footer, go to Custom Footer, go to your picture, and size it down to 20%. So put in 20, and now say OK, and say OK, and OK. Alright, so now you should have, whoa, hold on here, and I'm almost going to run out of time. 1 of 3, okay, we got that right. And, look at this. This is no good. So we're going to have to come back here. I'm going to go back, and now I'm going to click on the letter A, hold down my shift key, and click on the letter F, and double click. Alright, so I size things down. Let's go to File, Print, and page 1 we've got, page 2, but we've got too much, so we've got to go to Page Setup, and let's say Fit to 1. Okay, so now I have 2 of 2. Take a look. You've got this page, your original values, and you've got page 2, which is your revised values. Okay, that's perfect. That's what you want. You're ready to print. And we're going to stop here.